Hello and welcome back on Chronicles. This is the second part of my video, Exams at KU Leuven University. Today's video is actually about my last exam, which was the economics one, and then the days that followed the end of my exams. So basically, my results came out on the 28th, and my last exam was on the 20th of January. So I decided to stay in Belgium until the 28th and see what my results were. And when they came out, I actually booked my flight. I came back on the 3rd, which already tells you that I passed all my exams, but you're gonna see in this video. Okay, so it's Sunday and I have my last exam, I hope, if I don't have retakes on Tuesday. So now I'm studying. It's economics, which is kind of bad for me. I failed the midterm we had in like November, so I really need to study for this one because like it was 20% of the final grade. I have to get a really good grade on this one in order to pass. And once again, I was doing my laundry. The drying machine is not working. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but this is like my socks right now. This is my pajamas. I don't know. I booked it for 3 hours in order to dry the things. They're not dried enough. So my economics exam was the last one, and how did I prepare for that one? I was actually really scared. I studied chapter by chapter. I think I had 9 chapters in total, and I started with the first one. I read the slides and then I read the notes I had made in the first part of the year when I had my first midterm, and then I did some exercises and revised out loud all the definitions, and I did the same for all the chapters. I actually think the most important part was doing the exercises because it was really useful during the exam because some of the questions were actually really similar. So I read the question, I was like, I know this one because I did the exercise like 2 days ago, and that's why I was able to pass my economics exam in the end. Then once the exams were finished, I decided it was time to deep clean my room because I think it's the same for everyone. But if you're studying, you don't really like have time to clean your room. But the day after my economics exam, I was like, okay, now I really need to deep clean this room. So I opened the windows, I made my bed, I emptied my entire wardrobe. I also looked at all the clothes I had in my wardrobe and decided which ones I could bring home because there's some clothes I'm not really using, so there's no point in keeping them in my wardrobe. A couple days after the exam, I decided to go to Lille in France with my friends. Let me say it was kind of an adventure because we left, I think it's 9 a.m. or something like that. We arrived in Lille at like 1 p.m. We picked the wrong train. Like, we did not really pick the wrong train. We were on the wrong side of the train, and when they split the train, we kept going like to another city in Belgium instead of going to France. They only did like an announcement in Dutch, and I heard they were doing like an important announcement, but I couldn't understand because I don't speak Dutch. We realized what the announcement said too late.
We're lost. There's nothing like
there's no trains. The next one is like in 15 minutes. And I don't know, because we were on a train and they separated the train in two parts.
Mi ero venuta in dubbio all'inizio perché vedevo sulla porta che non c'era scritto Lille, ma c'era scritto quell'altro. E quindi ho detto.
Io ho letto
però...
Lille da qualche parte.
Ma sì,
cioè,
ma sì, perché nei cartelloni c'era anche scritto Lille. Vabbè. È andata ci sta.
Pieters van 11:59 spoor 3.
The art museum of Lille. We're gonna visit it. I don't know what's inside, like I'm actually curious. It's like 9:45 and I'm honestly so tired, but I really enjoyed the city and I actually really enjoyed spending time with my friends on the train. We talked and we laughed a lot. Sorry for the passengers of the train. I think that now I'm gonna just chill here, maybe watch like a movie or something. Also, the economics professor just published an announcement on like the university platform, and she said that like 53% of the students passed the economics test, which honestly doesn't make me hope that much. I just wish they passed it. Because honestly, first, I don't want to do the exam once again. And second, like, if I didn't pass this time, okay, I could study more. But honestly, I thought I did good. Okay, so since the exams are finished and we don't have to study anymore, we are kind of bored. Like, we don't know what to do the whole day. So me and one of my friends, we decided to make a cake, a chocolate cake. Like, I cannot remember the last time I actually made a cake in my life, but yeah, we're gonna try that. And I also am craving pizza, so we're also gonna make pizza. So I'm currently at the supermarket. I took the bus to come here and now I'm gonna buy all the stuff to make the pizza, and I'm going to her residence because she has an oven and I don't. Okay, it's raining and I forgot my scarf in my room. I'm not gonna take it because I don't have enough time. Yeah, honestly, it was not really a good start this morning, but I hope it gets better. So we've arrived at the end of the video. I have to say I passed all my exams with pretty good grades. I'm happy with how they turned out. What I would change about my exams is that I would prepare my notes earlier, because honestly it was so difficult to make the notes and also study them during the exams. I know it's kind of common knowledge that you should start studying before, but it was my first time in university, so I really didn't realize that until it was too late. I've thought about my next videos, and in the first week of March, I'm gonna take part in a Model United Nations. So it's a conference where people act as delegates of different countries and they represent those countries on a specific topic, and I'm gonna take part in the MUN organized by the students in Leuven, so it's gonna be fun and I'm gonna make a video about it, so stay tuned for that. I also decided to start a new series of videos. I read some of your comments where you said that you wanted to know how Leuven is, like the nightlife and everything. The series is gonna be called Living in Leuven, and there's gonna be different editions. So the first one is gonna be what to pack if you're going to study in Leuven. And then I was thinking of doing a video about the libraries, so I want to go to the different libraries and study there for like a couple hours, and then I'm gonna rate the libraries for you, so when you come to Leuven you already know which one is the best one. But yeah, that's pretty much my idea. Let me know in the comments if you want a specific kind of video and I'll try to do my best. This was Chronicles. Follow along if you want to know more about my university experience.